It's directed by Jack Arnold. It was written by Ray Bradbury. It's starring Richard Carlson. It's sci-fi horror. It's from 1953. It was in 3D. It's gonna be awesome. We begin our story in Sandrock, Arizona. We meet our hero, my personal favorite, Richard Carlson, as John Putnam, and his fiancée, Ellen Fields, played by Barbara Rush. They are just happily stargazing when... Right away, this movie shows the alien spacecraft and the alien. But it's ugly. Most of the time, especially if it's a shape-shifting alien that takes over human bodies, we don't see them till the very end. And when the alien walks, it leaves a strange trail of snardust behind it. Yeah, I wasn't really sure what to call it, snardust. I mean, I thought that was kind of original, maybe not. John wakes up his buddy Pete, played by Dave Willock, who has a helicopter who takes them to the crash site. John goes into the crater and discovers the alien ship. John makes contact with the beings from outer space. He tells Pete and Ellen what he saw, but they think he's just nuts. Most of the people from the town are starting to show up now. He tells them the same thing, and now they all think he's nuts. John and Ellen take off from the scene. Pretty much, they already know the whole town's going to think John is nuts. And it's going to be hard for them to convince anyone what they saw. But just then, one of the aliens flies by their car. Now Ellen has seen it too. The next day, everyone is at the crater. But nobody finds anything. Even his mentor, Dr. Snell, played by George Eldridge, couldn't find anything. John bumps into the Sheriff Warden, played by Charles Drake, who used to work for Ellen's father, and he's got the hots for her. And then Matt pretty much tells John what he already knew. The entire town thinks he's nuts. While driving back home, they stop to see two telephone company workers. This is Frank and George, played by Joe Sawyer and Russell Johnson. And for whatever reason, they keep hearing strange noises coming through the telephone wires. I have no idea why, but this scene scares the shit out of me. Being out in the middle of nowhere and hearing strange sounds.
I don't know. Might be somebody up that way tapping the wires, or back that way listening to us like we're listening to him.
I don't know, it creeps me out. Another interesting character that these guys point out for the movie is the desert itself. Every character in this movie mentions it one way or another. George and Frank get body swapped, but John comes back and thinks that Frank has been murdered. They run into Matt, but he doesn't seem to care or believe them again. John makes contact again, and they tell him to stay away, or else. It turns out that other people have also gone missing around the town. Matt is starting to believe he may have to actually take John seriously now. The aliens then call John. Yes, they call him. Kind of brings those telephone wires back into play. To tell him that they nabbed Ellen, and again, that John should not fuck with them. They just want to fix their ship and go home. John is cool with that, but Matt is not. He's going in with a posse. John books back out there to tell his alien friends to hurry up, while the posse kills the fake Frank.
America, yeah.
John discovers the aliens working, and pretty much explain to him that he's sorry for everything. He bargains with the aliens for another few minutes by releasing all the captive humans. John is able to blow the entrance with dynamite, so Matt and the others can't get in there and kill the aliens, and let them finish their ship. And then the alien ship makes a getaway for it, and we get an awesome ending monologue from our good buddy John.
Well, they've gone.
For good, John?
No, just for now. It wasn't the right time for us to meet. But there'll be other nights, other stars for us to watch. They'll be back.
The end. It Came from Outer Space definitely has that basic alien invaders plot to it, but it's done so well. And like I said earlier, it really uses the desert very well as if it's a character in the movie. The alien itself looks pretty terrifying also. If I saw that coming from me in the middle of nowhere, I'd probably shit myself also. The special effects are a little hokey at times, but again, this was meant to be 3D, so you can kind of tell where it was supposed to be, so on home video it looks a little funky. But once again, Richard Carlson comes all the way through and gives a badass performance like he did in Creature from the Black Lagoon. That's why this guy is one of my favorites. And as always, I highly recommend this one for anyone who digs these old school movies. I just didn't think you needed me this episode.